The Patreon. Okay.
Let me see if Arnold Schwarzenegger can come through just to remind you. Tebello, you must remember. Get down. Don't make sure you cut it down. Don't forget to cut it down.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to an episode of
the Geek Spot.
The Geek Spot. Thank you.
Are we firing another teleprompter guy now because he's
just for the intro.
Thrilling, guys. Always useful.
The Geek Spot. You know, it's funny. Whenever there's a guest, and funny enough, the Geek Spot always has a guest. I don't know why you keep getting it wrong. Whenever there's someone new, it's supposed to be the Geek Spot. Welcome to the Geek Spot with our esteemed guests from, is it Studio Djembe?
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, Studio Djembe with a wonderful comic behind me. Yay! But before we continue, let's introduce our fellow co-hosts. Now that the co-hosts, they're now common denominators. They used to be optional extras, but now they're more common than not. So, Mr. Extrodin.
Working our way up the ladder.
What is up, everybody? This is Mr. Extrodin. As you know, I do have two YouTube channels, Mr. Extrodin Things and Mr. Extrodin Universe. We talk all things geeky there, whether it's Naruto, whether it's Bleach, whether it's Dragon Ball Z. We also dissect movies. We've done quite a number of movies from Stanley Kubrick all the way to like Christopher Nolan and stuff like that. I also have Mr. Extrodin Talks, where I talk to creatives. So if you're interested in things like that, please check out those two channels. And yeah, let's get into the comic industry with these guys. So yeah, that's me.
And Mr. BuckMeister, you are officially now one of our elite employees.
I got a badge and everything.
You don't get paid though.
Hey, I want to strike. I want to go union. Anyway, what is up, everybody? It's your boy BuckMeister, twice the nice that you're used to, Shablamson. So you can check me out on Meister Geek Media and BuckMeister Cool Reacts. Those are my two YouTube channels. One, I'm doing reactions to like pop culture stuff. The other one, I'm discussing pop culture. I also have a game on there, Geek Heresy, which these guys showed up on, which is a lot of fun. I'm actually bringing it to Comic-Con, so we're going to be doing a Geek Heresy anime edition, so look out for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to get me in a lot of trouble. I got Black Panther versus Kang on Webtoons. This is the cover for issue number 1, so there's 3 issues out on Webtoons right now that you can go read if you're interested in that stuff. And yeah, you can also follow me on Ko-fi, or you can drop me a follow on Ko-fi and, you know, give me $1. I'm working on an animation that hopefully is going to see the light of day if I can get some funding behind it. And yeah, that's all I got right now. But let's talk Studio Djembe.
Awesome. Hey guys, my name's Connor, and this is Chris over here. We both are the creative directors of Studio Djembe. And like everyone just mentioned, we just released a comic book called ROHO the Age of Mask. Chris is rocking a really cool shit over here. It's been a crazy few months where we basically opened the studio and started our very first project, which was just making the first issue of the comic. And it was quite the learning experience. It was just, fast forward. We tried to get this thing out within the month. We had the idea for quite a while, but this was finally the time to actually make it a real thing. It was good.
I mean, we set ourselves the challenge of doing it in a month. So that means that all the artwork that Connor did and all the writing that I had to do all happened in a month, on top of trying to get out content and videos.
Yeah.
I could give you a standing ovation, but I might screw up all the wires. So.
That is amazing. I have so many questions from that statement alone, but we'll get there.
No, because all 3 of us are like artists, writers, and things going on, so we know how hard this is. Like right. to get something out in a month, it's just like, because on week 3 you want to kill yourself.
Week 3. I was like on day 12, on day 10. I was thinking, is this my life? Really?
So yeah,
I should have listened to my teachers and become a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you'll jump out. You'll jump off the building for real.
At least with the doctor, you have a reasonable I say reasonable, but you have a constant flow of cash. But with being a comic book artist, you don't know
creative
creative in general. Yeah, you don't know when the next bull
in the South African economy, I don't know. Maybe it's 50-50. Like I think we have a well enough shot.
That's true.
True. Anyway, before we start, I have a confession to make.
Go for it.
One, yes, I do believe we did meet at Comic Con. Were you at the Comic Con in Johannesburg last year?
Yes, yeah, we were.
Yeah, I have met you then. Then I know for a fact we have met. But my bigger disclaimer is I've actually read this comic because on TikTok you had a promotion saying that if you can give you sign up on your website, you can give a free copy. And I was like, when I saw these pictures, like, hang on, this looks familiar. Like, when you have something like you're looking. Then I was like, oh my God, did I have the audacity to talk to these people? Because I looked at this when I logged on your Twitter, I was like, these guys are way too high a level. I'm not gonna comment. But then I found like I already have your numbers on my phone, so I was like, okay, hi.
How is that possible? So at some point we crossed paths at some point and we just completely forgot about each other. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But I'm glad we reconnected. That's fate had.
I might have walked past you guys as well because I hosted at Johannesburg last year as well. So I don't know. Were you guys in the artist alley? Were you in the artist alley?
I don't know. We were just around,
walking up and down the lanes.
Oh no, we didn't have a stand.
No, yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Okay, you didn't have a stand. Oh, okay, but we might have passed each other anyway.
Somebody gave Zuko a sensoline.
Krillin, bro, I'm coming in clutch.
Goku's here. Okay, this is the actual Goku's here moment.
Yo.
And I'm mad. It was supposed to be mine.
Yes, BuckMeister, remember your enlightenment. Remember, we both went on the journey of the West. Yeah. The Monkey King will not allow us to fall into our impulses. Come, let us all post the Bodhisattva together.
Yeah. I want it to be Son Goku. I'll settle for Son Wukong. It's fine.
But I don't want to lie, guys. The artwork is really amazing. You guys are doing good work.
I don't know. I think I don't know if the promotion is still going, because if you do it, you can get yourself a copy. I'll put the link down here.
Yeah.
Everyone should go because
but I'm definitely signing up after.
Hey.
Because that episode.
Excuse me for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Cue the ad break, right? Cue the ad break.
Anyway.
No, that's a different podcast. Oh, one moment later. And now we are back.
There we go. Hey guys, welcome back.
Before I get going, we usually have an icebreaker game. After years of rehab, because we've been playing far too much raunchy versions. I don't know, raunchy games. We've decided to play something much more PG. As PG as I can make it, because I know things are gonna go sleight of hand. I know the people here. I'm looking useful, and so today we are playing anime Mad Libs. The rules of the game are simple. For every noun and every verb, so every doing word and every name has to be anime related. The adjectives, everything can be all normal words, but everything else needs to fall into the anime universe in one way or another. Whether doesn't matter genre, form, even hentai if it's allowed, because it's an 18+ show anyway. So we are going to play that game today.
So this raunchy thing that you were talking about, Moose.
I was just about to say.
No. Remember, 2 weeks ago, we risked a healthy relationship because I played Smash or Pass with the creators of Afro Geek.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. And then last week we played with the Notorious Poe. We played Smash or Pass again. Like it seems like every high-profile person I'm meeting up with, we are playing Special Pass. Everyone else, I'm busy playing Would You Rather. So we need to tone it down. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm
like
going to
that.
end
I
up
like
in the whole anime world. Look, imagine if somebody looks into my channel from America, and like, what's this channel called? Special Pass. Anime edition.
What's a hentai channel? I don't know. If they get that far, Chief, I think they would have subscribed. Like, I think.
Okay, so now we all understand the rules of the game. I'm just gonna give you a run through of what the different stories are. So, maybe I should give you a category, and then you can tell me which ones you want to play. Okay.
All right.
All right. We've got animal, we've got holiday, we've got health, we've got general, we've got music, and I think we can do. Oh, we can also do sports. Whichever one do you prefer?
If you're trying to stay away from raunchiness, I think we got to avoid animal.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. That's good. That's true. What about sports?
Sports it is.
The
Okay.
guests get to pick. Sorry, Mr. Extrodin.
It's all good. I'm sport illiterate, guys. I have no
Oh,
idea.
so are we.
Yeah.
It'll be funny.
Trust me,
We're gonna be
no
hands-on, don't worry.
matter how.
Oh my God, we're such nerds. Oh my God.
Well, the channel is called Casey Media, and we have a podcast called Nerdgasm. So
No, I'm saying we all looked at each other and we're like, sports? I know nothing about
Except for
sports.
Zuko knows.
Zuko knows his
You guys
sports.
could still say
Zuko
no.
knows
to
his
sports, I'm just
sport.
saying.
He's-
Hey, look, when it comes to sports, you have come to the right person.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
sports
if-
stage.
Yeah,
Sporto Semin.
remember the last time when I was
Sports
bad mouthing. Remember when I was bad mouthing France that they lost to us in rugby, and he was the only one that's giving us receipts at that moment in time. I think it was your comment that got me blocked from the French because their TikTok is still muted.
Oh,
Hey, man.
still? Wow.
Look, just to show you how salty they are literally now the Irish coach tried to make rules that would negate the South Africa's strength, which is the scrum. And now World Rugby is literally looking at making rules to make the scrum less efficient so that one of our strong weapons as the Springboks will be negated. That's how awesome we
Wow.
are. So they can suck it, little bitches.
That's
Okay.
like the tuning exam when they banned Sage Mode, and it's like, so you're gonna ban Sage Mode, but you're not gonna ban the 8 gates. Come on now, what are you talking about?
That's true.
Like, come on, see? So that's why I'm saying, like, you know what, they can go to hell. But don't worry,
Okay,
South
so-
Africa will adapt.
So we are sorted with sports then. Let's start. I think we'll start with our guests. All right. Mr. Connor, can you please give me a name of a sport?
Name of a sport. Anyone.
Any
Football.
Football. Yeah, for the Americans.
Nah, our football, not their
Oh,
football.
football. Actually,
They call-
football.
Like football. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soccer.
Okay,
The one you play with feet.
Don't worry, I'll translate it for them. I'll translate it for the Americans. For you guys, we call it soccer.
Soccer.
Okay, it's soccer, but in the world, it's called football. All right. What you're
There we go.
playing there, tackling each other with a pigskin. I don't know what that is called. It's called armored rugby. But so
Rugby Gundam.
Rugby Gundam.
yeah, rugby.
And not soccer from Avatar, please. We're talking about soccer with an R at the end.
Oh no, they magically delete letters in American English, so they understood. I said. Okay, Chris, can you please give us a noun? Remember, anime related. Nice.
No, he's
Dragon Ball. A Dragon Ball.
He's thinking.
Dragon Ball. R.I.P. Mr. Toriyama.
R.I.P. Mr. Akira.
Dragon Ball. Okay, who's next in the line? Let's see. I'm checking now. BuckMeister, give us a verb.
Fusion.
Fusion is definitely anime related.
This is gonna be hard with the verbs, though. I've been trying to think of verbs, and I'm blanking.
And who's next in line? Mr. Extrodin, yeah, next. Another verb, please.
Running.
Is running anime related? Should I just say Naruto running?
Flash step. I don't know.
Flash step.
Oh, come on, that was mine. That was my verb. You swine.
He
Okay.
pulled a Kakashi, Chief. He said, Sharingan.
Hey, dog.
And funny enough, you're next, Mr. Zuko. I need a emotion. At least you don't have to worry about.
Emotion.
Yes.
Oh, easy. Rage.
Rage it is. All right, back to
I've
our
watched too much shonen anime.
guests. Can I please have a verb,
Oof.
Mr. Connor? There you go.
Oh, guys, killing me.
I know.
Why is this so hard? So
Because it's anime related verb, so you gotta think of like an action, but that's
yeah. God.
yeah.
Stretching for like Luffy.
There, stretch.
Stretch.
For Luffy.
Yeah.
Gum stretch.
Okay.
Come on.
Gum stretch.
Oh.
Gum stretch.
How do you spell stretch? I forgot how to English.
STRETCH.
The computer will tell you.
Look at Akila over here.
No, I like the fact that we've got writers in our group. I'll never go wrong. All right, who's next? Mr. Chris, can I have a noun?
Katana.
Oh, that's a good one.
Katana or katana?
Katana. Like the sword.
It can't be Kitana because she's not enemy.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
katana
Mortal
like the
Kombat.
sword.
Yeah,
Mortal
like a.
Kombat.
No, Kitana is Mortal Kombat, so
Yeah,
she can't.
sorry.
I don't know. Is that an
Oh.
anime? I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
No, it's not anime.
Please have an adverb from you, Mr. BuckMeister.
An adjective verb. Yo. Summoning jutsu.
Isn't that a complete noun?
No.
I don't
Summoning.
Yeah. What about summoning?
Summoning. They're summoning
Yeah.
technically.
Oh, guys. I
What
feel
is
foolish.
domain? What is domain expansion? Is that an
Abstract noun.
is it an abstract noun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's true.
which is funny because I need a plural noun from you.
From me,
Yes.
a plural noun.
Yes.
Shadow clone jutsu. Wait.
That is plural, but it's not a
Doesn't
plural
sound-
noun.
It's not a noun.
Clones?
Pardon?
Clones?
Clones.
Yeah, shadow clones would be a
Shadow
plural.
clones. Yeah.
Shadow
That's
clones.
gonna be interesting.
Can I have a plural verb? Who comes next after you? Oh,
Me.
Zoom.
Plural verb.
Yes. Now you're stuck.
Yo.
This is English all over again. This
Hey,
is
Brian, I'm scratching the back of my. No, because you see, we're fighting English and we're trying to do anime. So I'm
Yeah.
like, what fits you?
Already the English, it came on the sheep. Now we must also get the enemy the internet. Yo, guys.
Is it a what? What is it?
A
A plural verb. So,
um,
I got,
plural verb.
why am I stuck? I'm not even playing.
Decapitations?
Wow. Okay, that's correct.
Like my brain is just completely.
English was a long time ago.
Yeah. God.
Exactly. Like I feel like
What is hyperbolic time chamber? Is it also an abstract?
That's a noun.
No, that's a noun.
That's a noun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I misspelled it, but anyway, decapitations.
I know it's not what Zuko was doing, but I was just curious because
Okay, can I have a person's name? Who's next? Who came after? Who's
I believe it's Connor.
Connor? Yes. Can I have a
And
person's name?
it has to be like anime related. Okay. Let me give you guys a good one.
Like Deku? Like
Dex is a boring one.
Deku's
isn't it?
boring.
How about Bakugo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least it's not like
Ooh.
just the main character, you know.
Bakugo.
Bakugo Shonen.
All right, who's next?
E.
Chris. Wow. Okay, yeah, you're gonna hate me for this. I need a past tense verb.
Jesus.
Past tense verb.
What the hell is a past? Guys, are we sure? Like, did
kill
I actually
or
pass English?
slapped or-
To do. Okay, to give you an example, to do is the verb. Doing is future tense. Done is past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Like killed or slapped or murdered.
Oh, guys,
What
matric-
about like
Spirit 2002.
Spirit
bomb?
bombed. Okay.
Are you gonna-
Spirit bombed.
Dragon Balls is carrying here.
Oh my god. Okay, this is gonna be hectic. BuckMeister.
Tebello's trying to expose my age, guys. Matric was 2002. Like, that's
Yo.
the last time I did English.
Okay, thank you for. I didn't even. Did I even mention? In the
No, but don't expose. How?
next, Mr. BuckMeister, I need a name of a country.
A name of a country
Yep.
in anime.
Oh, okay.
Yes, an
All
anime
right,
country.
Land of Fire.
I knew it.
That's actually good. That's good.
That's the simplest one, bro.
All right,
We're
Extraordinary.
literally reviewing Naruto, so that
Right.
was literally also the first one that popped in my head.
It's Extraordinary next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need a place.
a place.
Yeah.
Konoha.
No.
Man, it's just
Guys, you're gonna-
Naruto related at this point.
Guys are gonna. Yeah. I get a feeling you're gonna.
We're gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to turn in our anime cards because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you guys are such normies. All you do is just watch the main."
Yeah, just the show and stuff. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what happened.
They're gonna say that, and then I start quoting Britannia, and they're gonna look at me funny. Right. Who comes after?
Me.
Okay, I need a color.
Need a color. Okay. Red.
There it is. Red.
I am the Fire Lord.
All right, we're back at our beloved guest corner. I need a verb.
The verb,
What's the technique from Demon Slayer?
Demon Slayer, sun breathing. No, wait, yeah,
Water breathing. Sun breathing.
sun breathing.
They're sun breathing.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know. It's sun, but then it's fire, and then they're still fire breathing. So I don't know. They just decided it's the same.
it's same but different.
The sun.
No, I think the sun was the original one, and then they
yeah, and then
tried.
it split off into the others.
Then they tried to redo it, but no one else could do it, so they did fire breathing. So let's say the fire breathing, its power is at 10, and the sun breathing, the power is like 15. So the fire breathing is less powerful sun breathing.
All right.
Yeah.
Next we'll have Chris. I need another verb.
The verb.
Surely, like revive is just an anime.
Edo
thing.
Tensei.
I was trying to think of a
Chris's turn,
Pokemon.
sorry.
Oh,
One.
Pokemon one.
The reviving would work for that as well.
What about like
Catching?
surely there's a better one.
It's got to be.
If you're thinking of Pokemon, think of Pokemon moves. Like
All right. Earthquaking.
earthquaking. Dear God. There's a lot of violence in this.
You know,
It's gonna be quite the game of what game did you pick?
Lately, I've been thinking about Pokemon being about animal cruelty. Like,
You saw the video guys sent you. If Pokemon
Yeah.
was dark. Yeah.
no, I didn't. I'll check it out.
No,
You should check that out. If Pokemon was dark, yo, guys. Ish.
No,
Pope-
but like
the Pope
in
said
the great
Pokemon's
words
okay,
of in the
Pokemon.
great words
Oh,
of
yeah, that's
Zorro,
true.
in the
Yeah.
great words of our departed Zorro, Mewtwo had a point.
Yeah.
And Mr. Who's next? Is it you?
BuckMeister.
BuckMeister. I
Ooh,
need
what?
one more verb.
One more verb. Sheesh. Solar flare.
Solar flare rain, basically.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hey, DBZ and Naruto is carrying, yo.
No, not even one Getsuga Tensho. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's that? Never heard of him.
Yeah.
No, Bankai or like.
All right, let's
I
go.
should have gone with Bankai. Bankai would have been better. But
Let's go mad. Let's see what this is gonna generate.
Oh, we're done.
We are done. Let's see the story you've created.
Hey, you were making us sweat, Chief. Yeah.
Joe, I was stressed.
Like when you say smash or pass, I can do that all day. This one.
This doesn't even make sense.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Calm down.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
My favorite activity is to play football. It is a one-of-a-kind Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Okay.
When you fusion and flash step, you feel rage. I like to stretch Kitana summoning Shadow Clone Decapitation Bakugo, Spirit Bomb Land of Fire, Konoha Red. That was cool. That was cool sun breathing, earthquaking, and solar flaring.
Okay.
Hey, it's not the weirdest one we've done.
Guys,
Like, that one
Tarantino needs to be
kinda
taking
made-
notes. Okay,
Yeah.
that was the best story I've ever heard in my life.
Get James Cameron on the phone.
Yeah, come on.
Crazy part, it almost made sense. It was like it
It was
was like
good to making sense, but then
yeah. You know, it almost made sense. Just needs a little tweaking here, a little rewrite.
Yeah,
You like that part where you like to stretch the Kitanas while summoning Shadow Clone Decapitation Bakugo. And Spirit Bombing the Land of Fire, Konoha Red.
if
Hey,
anything
man.
gives you some interesting visuals, very interesting visuals to work with. That would be
No,
That's
something along the line, Payne was like, me.
Payne already did that.
Like,
so-
Payne was like, oh, it's your first time?
Pain killed Bakugo? Since when?
No, Payne.
Spoilers.
Oh, he this thing he painted Konoha red.
Oh, no, you're going to Spirit Bomb Konoha
He
Red.
spirit bombed Konoha red. Sorry.
Sorry.
yeah.
Anyway,
Indra Tensei.
This game is stressful, bro. Like
What's gonna come out on the other side,
yo,
well, want another round?
Have we got time?
I think let's continue because it's
Yeah, okay.
yeah, time with
Yeah, bedtime is happening.
Fast approaching.
Yeah, it's fast approaching for me.
Oh, there's another one called Visiting China. We should have tried that one.
Oh Lord.
That sounds like something when I go into a brothel and I say visiting China and they're like, this room, Mr. Mlambo.
You see? There's a
Oh, we
reason
got-
why I
we got
looked at
the
you.
update for work site.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a
No,
reason.
That took us a while, but we got
that's
there.
rough, buddy.
No, I'm sorry. Like I was watching. I don't know what I was watching. I was watching a series the other day, like literally a day ago. So one of the episodes they were having terms for prostitutes. Like if you hire a prostitute, how? So that's why it's in my head.
All right.
And visiting China?
Ooh, we're cancelled. This is how it get cancelled. This is how it starts. We tried.
But we've been cancelled so many times it's come full circle. We've seen the slate.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, all right. Let's get right to the fun parts. Okay. We've done the icebreaker game. We now got to know each other a little better. Let's go right to the question and answers. Right.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, like I mentioned, expect tangents, but you know what? We've got a lot to talk about, so I'll just get right to it. You individuals are the epitome of coolness because I just like the work you've done, and so I just wanted to, for the record, for everyone to know, please tell us the story of Studio Djembe and its origins.
Wow. What a question. People have asked us this question. We're still trying to piece together all the stepping stones that got us, got to this point. But I guess if we had to start it off, I would say we met in high school. Chris was a grade older than me, and we met and we bonded over Pokemon and all this other nerd stuff, anime, like essentially all the nerd things. And then we always had this idea to start a YouTube channel, and we did, and that carried us through all the way through to high school. But we kind of lost contact, I think, for a while. About
a year.
Yeah, about a year of college, university, things started happening for the both of us, and then we reconnected when I came to Chris about a story that I had for a kid who had a cheetah mask, and he could, run at super speed, kind of like the Flash. Had I would say like a nerdy kind of demeanor similar to Spider-Man. And Chris was like, "This is great."
I said, "This is great, but you need more characters. You need a good villain.
Yeah.
We need a setting. Well, what's going to sell this show? And we need a really cool name."
Yeah.
And that was how we were just like Googling words, and we came up with ROHO. Eventually, it became ROHO in the Age of Masks. And we took this idea. We really thought we had something. And just on like a whim, there was this incubation program, and we got the chance to pitch ROHO and learn how to pitch it and make a pitch Bible, which is where you put your ideas together to sell a show.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was pretty crazy. We were one of the finalists. Connor got to go and pitch in France, and then we were like, we really want to make this show. We should probably have some kind of business studio to go with it.
Yeah.
And so we came up with Studio Djembe.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, Djembe, it's very African, and it's got like, there's like a rhythm, and there's like a lot of energy, and that's what we wanted to be. We wanted to be this high energy animation company that was going to be full of life and make cool things.
Yeah. And yeah, ROHO's was basically just the first project that we thought like this has something that's just right with it. So I think it was at the end of December we decided, hey, let's just register the company, let's get things going, and then Jan hit, and we had the planning done. We just had to just start writing and drawing and getting this comic out, and now here we are. 2 months. Wow, sheesh. 2 months later, we are still trying to market the comic, still peddling it around, seeing who likes it, who if kids like it, still testing it out with audiences and seeing what happens after that. It's there's not a lot to it, but it definitely takes a lot of time, effort, and determination to even make something like a comic, which we thought in the beginning was going to be easy, and not exactly was that.
I think something else that we sort of skipped over there before that was we did sort of use Studio Djembe as we did a few little mini interviews where we talked to other people in the animation industry, because another thing we really wanted to do was just bring the animation industry to people and show people like what's going on and what they can do, because it's a growing industry in South Africa, and a lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, and in fact, even animation as a topic, as a genre, not a genre, please. As a medium, is it's something that people don't really know about. We don't really talk about it enough. We see a image or a video of these characters running around on screen, but people don't really know how much time and effort gets put into a 2D image, a 3D image, whatever it might be, and what kind of storytelling goes into just creating anything, know. And so to interview people, to understand what the process that goes into creating these pieces of art, that's kind of what we want to do, show people what exactly happens behind the scenes, and do a little bit of education. And people want to go into animation. We're trying to kind of open the doors a little bit, give them a peek inside, see what it looks like, and hopefully encourage more kids and youngsters to be more involved with the industry, with animation. Exactly. Yeah.
This is by far the most shonen protagonistic origin story I've ever had.
We like something.
I could almost say it almost sounds like a certain anime that has been made recently. What is it called again? Baku something. It's like a
no idea.
Yeah, Bakuman.
Don't know Bakuman?
You're literally living I was like, oh shit, high school.
One of you's the artist, one of you's the writer, and the writer wears glasses. dude.
Oh my gosh.
We have to
Yeah.
watch this anime.
Yeah.
I'm-
No, they actually based
Hold
the
on.
anime on our
Oh, yeah,
lives.
yeah.
Hold on a
You
second.
guys must get
I
royalties,
can't-
Mus. You
Trust
guys
me,
Yeah,
need
of
to
course.
get
I can also relate to Bakuman, but that's a story for another day. But I just wanted to ask you guys a question, like, what is your process? Because I'm assuming that you guys give yourselves deadlines, and also I'm assuming that you do thumbnails before you actually draw the final product, and you also probably have like a style of how you write the issues or the chapters. So what's your process like? I don't know who would like to start there.
Yeah.
So I'll start. We sort of started with scripting. We sort of did. We had a little bit of an outline of where we wanted the story to do, but I couldn't really stop Connor from drawing. So Connor started boarding out the comic very, very early on into the process, and then it was sort of like simultaneous, where you would say, what about this? And I'd say like, okay, that could work. I'll give you some dialogue, maybe add an extra panel here where this character can say something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Very
so I
Stanley
was
Jack Kirby, very Stanley Jack Kirby, because
Yeah.
Stanley just used to draw stuff, and then Jack would have to fit in words, and they would be like, he's yelling something, but now like Kirby's drawn the panel, and like the guy's not yelling, so now somebody's yelling off screen, and Stan is like, you shouldn't have drawn that, and Jack, I don't care.
Yeah, but sometimes it would be the other way around. So Jack Kirby would draw everything, and then Stan would then have to write and guess what is happening, try to make sense of it.
cool. I didn't know that about them.
yeah, our process
That's the
was a little bit more
that's the Marvel
collaborative.
method, actually.
And-
Like, that's the Marvel method. That's what they did, is that basically it would just be like the writer and the artist would just have to figure each other out as things went along. They didn't do the whole script, thumbnail, and then storyboard, and then draw. They would
Yeah.
do it simultaneously, which was insane.
Basically, Marvel was for the ADHD person.
I was about to say.
I
I was
think
about to say.
I think Stanley was ADHD. I can definitely see that.
Oh, definitely.
100%. 100%.
Excelsior.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys were saying.
No, it's it pretty much happened that way where we already had because we were pitching so often. Chris had already written out a whole pilot script for a first episode for ROHO: The Age of Masks, and I was like, that's great and everything is down, but we don't really have any visuals to go along with that, and that kind of started the idea of like, hey, should we do a comic at some point? And Chris, probably nodded at me, and I was like, okay, cool. That means that we should start now, right? And then I started thumbnailing things out, doing some sketching, and at some point on a weird morning, he probably looked over my shoulder and like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, the comic book." And he's like, "Dude, how are you doing
dialogue.
this? You need dialogue. You need a structure. You need a beginning, middle, end. You can't just jump into things." And so that's when the process kind of started. When there was a weird like mishmash of ideas, but nothing was solid before we started actually having conversations and getting things going, and it just kind of worked itself out somehow.
For you, like a big thing was like you didn't know how long this comic had to be.
Yeah.
So there was like a point where I was like, Connor, like dial it back. You can't just keep adding and adding pages to it. And then for me, it was definitely like learning how not to just put so much exposition into dialogue and just sort of work around that. There was the original dialogue for the teacher was she just broke down like a history of the world, and Connor was like, "Can you just shorten that because it's not going to fit in one panel."
Just a whole page of
you-
writing. Yeah.
Oh, you make a plan. I was from the you will draw the most. Your speech bubble will become a speech octagon, so that you will fit all. Like more speech, less background. There,
Yeah,
done.
I just wanted to show you guys quickly what I'm talking about.
Yay!
This is the you see they're in the main character's late uncle's studio, so he has like a whole manga collection. He's the writer, he's the artist.
Say, hair color and everything.
You see.
Why
So-
is the dude not black? What the hell, man?
Please check
He's just lighter on the cover.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have the toner for light skin, I guess.
check out the anime. It's quite informative. You will not regret it. Trust me.
Awesome. I'll do it.
No, I will go on the record and say, even though I've watched a few episodes, me and storyboarding are still not friends. It's like I write the script, I create the concept, and straight to development. Who cares? The
Well,
days
that's
where-
because you're a one-man team. So like if you're doing if you work because we're like one-man teams or one-man squads at this point, we can kind of do whatever. But when you are working in a team, you do need some sort of you're gonna do this, and then because otherwise you.
You will draw nicer stuff, and then 2 days later, like, no. This panel was not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be in page 16. You're like, no, so it happens.
Oh, so that happens to you guys too?
If I had any advice for anyone, if you have a friend or someone you really trust when it comes to, if you're an artist and you need a writer, or if you're a writer and needs an artist, find someone who thinks similarly to you, but a little different. You want to keep things interesting, and that kind of encourages you, like you said, it encourages you to use somewhat of a structure. Because personally, like I 100% have ADHD. Like I need someone to tell me, like, yo, let's start from the beginning, let's go to the end, follow a process of some kind. Otherwise, I burn out so quickly, and I concentrate on the wrong parts, and then I just have this like weird like mishmash of ideas that don't really lead anywhere, and then the project just kind of like sits there, which is basically like what happened with ROHO. Because we didn't chat about it for a while, ROHO kind of became stagnant. We didn't touch it for a while, and then things only started happening because I had my partner behind me who was like, okay, let's just see how we can break this down to create a product. So if you need any advice when it comes to making something, get literally a one other person to help you out, because it really will help you out. Yeah,
and it helps. Connor and I are very similar in how we think and the things that we like, and the animes and the shows and stuff that we like. So it's very easy to go, oh, it's just like that scene in Avatar, and then Connor will go like, oh yeah, it's just like that scene in Avatar. So we think the same, and when it comes to our show, we're both very passionate, obviously, about this idea. So we both have the kind of vision for it. But it is nice, like Connor says, to have the sort of different opinion to go like, no, I don't think he would do that, or yeah, I could do that, or something like that.
Yeah, the arguments that happen, they have made
they
us,
do happen.
We bash quite a lot.
On a side note, your thoughts on the live adaptation of Avatar?
Ooh.
Why are you saying it with your nose upturned, my guy? Like,
like he's talking to peasants. Like
Madara looking at the fourth grade ninja alliance.
Weakness disgusts me.
Look, I really like the first
activate his
episode.
Sharingan and just body all of the Avatar snapping through. Sorry, Chris, go ahead. Sorry.
I really liked the first episode. I thought the pilot was very strong, and I think like overall they had really good intentions. I think that the costumes were done really well. I think the characters were done really well, but it's always just going to be messy when you try and compress like 20 episodes into 8 episodes, and I think that so much stuff gets lost.
Yep.
A lot of stuff.
The consensus is correct. I think there was this one lady in TikTok. She just said, "It's like, guys, the recipe was there. Who added raisins to this meal?"
Yeah. Well, we've had this discussion. My personal thing is that they just cut where they didn't need to, and then they just started adding exposition where they didn't need to. It's like they could have made it work within 8 episodes. And then also, if you're gonna cut stuff, cut it. Don't try and go halfway. Don't try and say they had adventures off screen. Now it's like, oh, we saw them over here. It's like, don't do that. If you weren't gonna touch it, don't touch it.
And you have Roku behaving like Iroh and Iroh behaving like Roku. You're like, huh?
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was like a mix-up of characterizations throughout the series?
Yeah, hashtag not my boomy, hashtag.
Yeah, what was up with Boomy? He was
I am
so
still-
No, I mean they took the guy that if you remember that episode where Aang explained what happened to him with Katara in the cave, they took that old dude and then they fused him with Boomy, and they kind of wanted to do this whole thing where it was more realistic, hence the Game of Thrones. They wanted to say that it wouldn't make sense that Boomy at 100 years would be happy to see Aang because he'd been fighting for 100 years. But they missed the point of Boomy, so it was just like, do that with Cabbage Guy. Cabbage Guy was primed right there to be the mean dude to Aang.
Yeah.
It's like, you ruined my cabbages and you disappeared for 100 years. You ruined my cabbages and you disappeared for 100 years. Come on, my guy. Like that.
Also, they nerfed
Anyway.
the firebenders, which I cannot forgive. I cannot.
Everybody bending wise was kind of nerfed. Like it was, so.
Okay,
It was a little slower. I mean, it's like
this is what you call a tangent. It's my fault. You can take my cookies away. You see, I even had cookies for good work. You see, these are the good work cookies that I was gonna give to you guys for not going into tangents, but it's just like I am the problem.
Hey, I want my cookies.
As long as you know. As long as you know.
Talk about free advertising. I hope you guys sponsor us, by the way.
Hey.
I held it upside down. Nobody knows what it is. There's a reason.
I just have a question.
Just to touch that about that thing about having a partner. I think also the nice thing about having a partner is like your idea. So when you tell it to someone and then they don't get it, then now you start figuring it out a way how to get your idea out into the world so that it's understandable for other people as well. I think that's because you can be a genius and you can write the most beautiful thing ever, but if no one gets it, then it's pointless. So I think the nice thing about having a partner as well is that now you learn how to take your ideas and verbalize them in a way that people understand, and also then you see, if I verbalize it this way, I'm kind of nerfing my character or my story, so I need to put it a bit that way. And so the next time you actually do a story or you pitch it, you can actually pitch it so that the corporates get it, the nerds get it, the in-betweens get it as well.
Yeah, and who you pitch it to is also incredibly important. I mean, the amount of people that we've pitched to is, gosh, I think over 30, 40 now, and each single person will tell you something different about what they like, what they don't like,
what you should change.
And again, some more advice is you have to stay strong with your idea. People are going to tell you should change things all the time, and some of them will be on the ball and will have really good ideas, and then others won't. And trying to figure out who makes sense and who doesn't, and making sure that you make the right decisions where it doesn't ruin what you already have, is also really important. Like, there's that common saying of killing your darlings.
Yeah.
You throw things away that you don't really need, and you keep the things that are still important. Like, that's what you need to do. So just staying true to what you already like. Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys. So you've been talking about pitching and stuff. Are you hoping to get picked up by a studio, or are you hoping to self promote? Because like for me personally, with what I'm trying to do, I don't want to go to a studio at all. I don't want to pitch to nobody. I would like to keep it 100% in house. If it flops and I fall on my face, I kind of do it alone. But if it's like it pops off, then it's like it's alone type of thing. So I'm just curious. Yeah.
That's actually,
everybody's trash. I'm tight.
Seto Kaiba would be so proud of you.
That's actually sort of where I was gonna take it, because like a big thing was we have been pitching it, and obviously the hope of pitching it is to get the funding, but also keep the creative control. And I mean, doing it ourselves, like starting Studio Djembe and saying, okay, it would be great if someone picks it up and wants to let us do it our way, but we're not going to settle for someone that's going to take our idea and change it and make it into something that we don't recognize.
Yeah.
So another reason for starting Studio Djembe was, if we have our own studio, there's nothing to say that we can't start working on our own projects. And that's also where the comic comes from, because it was, we want to work on our own comic. It's not feasible to make an animation. We'll make a comic. We'll show people our ideas. People like our ideas. We've had people come up to us after pitching and say, that's awesome. When can I watch it? How can I support you? And we've gone, just follow us and keep an eye on what we're doing. And having Studio Djembe that is having somewhere where they can do that, where they can follow us. And even just now that the comic's out there, having people come back and say, I really like the comic. When's the next comic? I really like the characters. It all just shows that, like, we have a solid idea that can stand on its own, and we're not going to let anybody change that.
So, looking at you, man of action, I cannot forgive you for what you've done to my Ben 10. Anyway, let me just.
I maintain Ultimate Alien and Alien Force was all right. They were pretty good.
Yeah, I feel up to Ultimate Alien. I think. You know what? No. Let me not like harp on this too much. But Omniverse, I think, besides the art style, which I didn't really like in the beginning, I think it was fine. I think they really expanded on some of the characters, and the universe. I think it was great.
Omniverse had its pros and cons.
Yeah. In my personal.
That was very
Toxic
diplomatic of you,
relationships.
Chris.
Oh my god.
No commentary. Let's move on to the. You know what I like about this is, like, you're all answering the questions that I've written down in the first. I just need to sit down and cruise. I also just wanted to add in the matter of finding someone to work alongside with. In an earlier season, I was speaking to an author named Jen, and she quite literally said she'd never be an author were it not for a publisher who came up to her and said, these things are actually quite good. Consider publishing. And it was that number one person who believed in your vision from the get-go, is the one thing that keeps you, it's the one thing that will turn your dream from just being a fantasy to a reality. So I'm all for just find that one person that says, hey, okay, let's work. Whether it's your writer, whether it's somebody who can call you in the middle of the night, like, how many pages have you done today?
Yeah. You need someone to push you. You need someone to keep you motivated, to believe in you, and you believe in yourself. That's it's hard to have that kind of strength, and not everyone has that perseverance. But all it takes is someone to just pat you on the back and say, like, hey, keep going. It means it can really mean the world for any kind of creative,
I mean, wait, not for C.S. Lewis would not have Lord of the Rings. He was Tolkien's biggest annoyance and also biggest fan. Like, you can't give up now, boy. Keep writing.
That tebello.
I'll be the freaking Okage, man.
It would lead me to this question about what keeps you guys going, because I'm sure you guys mentioned earlier that sometimes you lock heads and stuff, obviously for the greater good of the story, but when you guys maybe I don't know, maybe you're tired, you feel like maybe you're frustrated, or you just feel like you're not getting where you're supposed to be, what keeps you guys going instead of just saying, what, we're done, let's just go get 9 to 5s or whatever? What keeps you guys going?
Well, that is a good question. So I think, like I said, we're very passionate about ROHO, and I think our end goal is that we want, like, a pilot or something animated to come out of ROHO and be real. And maybe if that happens and people are like, I don't watch this, maybe that'll be a little hard on us. Maybe that'll be a stopping point. But right now, like, we're working as a studio, and the goal is that this studio is going to make money and give us the opportunity and give us the exposure so that we can make more ROHO and so that we can make and put more stuff out there. And I think that's what's keeping us going at the moment, is the thought that more can happen.
I think at the sorry,
I just wanted to say, just a side note, I've noticed that almost every independent artist has a passion. Like, they want to grow, but not just grow. Ultimately, what they want is to create employment. Because if this thing grows, you're going to have more people helping you out with your projects, right? So I think that's what people don't understand or realize about this guy that's in his room, that's always drawing and trying to make this dream a reality. Ultimately, what you're doing is, if it grows and becomes big enough, you just want people to help you make this thing become a reality, and that's creating employment.
What
I
you
think
guys
we-
don't know is that Mr. Extrodin has just started a political party based around nerdgasm and all of that stuff, and he's basically running for office. He's on the ballot paper.
Hey,
Wait, keep Nurgas's
What?
name out of that.
I felt your
Next
slaps.
is the name of that political party.
I felt your slaps from the screen.
but yeah, I think at the heart of it, like we just really believe in ROHO and like 100%. What I think what people also understand is that ROHO, yes, as a project, we love it. It's amazing. It's great. It's going to keep us going. We do client work that will at some point support the project in the future. But I think, since doing anything road development related, it's given us so many opportunities. People are now recognizing us in the industry. Oh, those ROHO guys, or oh, Studio Djembe, simply because we are so committed to a project and they can see the success that it has already, that has come into fruition. And I think it's so important to be passionate about what you want to do, but also don't turn your eye away from the other opportunities that those projects can bring to you. Yeah. So if you decide like, hey, I just want to do a Spider-Man fan animation, that will teach you the skills that needed to create that animation, which you can now apply to any other project in the world. So do what you like doing and things will come to you. People will see it and then they'll want you to work on their projects.
And also, just to add on to what you were saying about adding other employment opportunities, we've had friends who are animators in the animation industry say, "I'd work on your show. I'd come and work on your show," and I have to go, "No, we're not having you work on the show unless we can pay you, because that's just not fair."
Fair enough. So you mentioned that you do client work. So that means that you use your expertise to help other people with their projects?
Yeah, so we do development consultation. We provide like my artistry, Chris's writing skills, and along with that, we also do marketing and social media management, and I guess
just a little bit of everything. Right?
A little bit of everything, unfortunately.
I just tended to Orochimaru teach me your jutsu.
But I think that's great, because what you guys are realizing that you have created a business, but it's not just based on what you guys are doing. You're also expanding so that you can still keep the money coming.
No,
So
I mean every artist is a business now. Like you have to be. There's no way that you can. There's just. It's not like we can just stand in the middle of the square and draw beautiful paintings and then people will throw money at us. We're not Da Vinci. Like, it's
I wish you could do that. That sounds amazing.
Like, I don't know if you guys know about this. One of my favorite heroes, real life heroes. I've got lots of fictional. One of my favorite real life heroes is Peter Dick Ace, also known as Evita Pesedo Note.
Yes, of course.
And I remember the one show, because there was this. He had a YouTube channel. Danny had a YouTube channel called something to do with a weekly shout out or weekly news bulletin or something like that. And there was one time where she looked dead in the camera and said, "Young man, become your job. Be your job. If no one is going to hire you, then hire yourself. Brand yourself. Then that way you can be able to bring food to your own table."
Yeah.
And I think we are a living embodiment of that wonderful advice that says, if we've got our own set of skills, let's make those skills become something we can use to build our own dreams and build our own hopes. Also bring food to the table, because we still need to eat. I mean, Luffy loves his meat, no matter how hard, no matter how much he wants to be Pirate King.
Indeed.
On that note, next important question: who are your personal role models, and how have they inspired you to go through things?
Ooh, that's tough one.
I think almost recently. So I mean, I'm very big into comic books. So Stan Lee, Jack Kirby are huge people. I'm blanking on other people. I guess Neil Gaiman. as well.
Yeah.
But recently, my recent people that I've looked up to have definitely been Vizzy Pop, who's the creator of Hell of a Boss.
Oh,
And,
oh yes.
and also the person who creates, I'm going blank on the name. It's also an indie animation company. They made a like an old timey thing, but all the characters are cats.
Gosh, you're killing me.
Yeah.
Is it Western or Asian?
Western.
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 It has a strange name.
The characters are cats.
No,
YouTube.
Any-
Let me summon YouTube.
YouTube that.
Is it animated or is it a comic?
No, it's
It started
animation.
as a
It's
comic. Yeah, it
animation.
started as a comic.
Yeah.
Oh, it started as a comic. I'm blanking. Like
It's gonna come to me in the middle of the night.
Let me scream out loud. I like the fact that I'm not the only one who suffers this. I have to find the answers. Otherwise, I'll wake up screaming in the middle of the night like, no! You know, like Darth Vader.
Is this recent?
It was fairly recent. The came out last year or something.
Last year they reached their Kickstarter goals.
Oh,
no,
so it's fairly recent.
Oh, okay. Then that's not what I was thinking about. Yeah.
But yeah, so you'd say that a lot of your role models are the people who are able to make things happen themselves.
Lackadaisy.
Lackadaisy.
I just
okay.
literally right there. I'm just like
And
that.
I was trying to
they
look
were
it
just
up.
inspiring because they had this original idea. It started as one pilot or one comic book, and it gained this huge following that just said, "We love this idea. We're gonna make it real." And I was like, "We've got an idea like that. Like if we can get our idea out there and get enough eyes on it, there'll be an audience for it. There'll be people that'll come." And so that's why I think they've been some of my personal role models.
Gosh, wow.
On a side
Those
note,
they
you
will
guys-
come.
Back to follow Connor.
Yeah, no, that was really odd to follow. Unfortunately, I didn't really think about this question, in ages.
Is there any animators really that?
Well,
it doesn't have to be animators. It can also be fictional characters. We can't limit ourselves because.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Wow.
Which anime character gets you hype, Connor?
I mean, like I'm such a huge fan for weak weak characters who over time work their way up to the top, like Asta from Black Clover, Deku is more recent one, Naruto trying to become the Hokage, all these basically losers
The
work
underdog.
their ways up to becoming the best that they can be, despite everyone else saying, no, you can't do it, you can't make it. But if I had to give you guys like real people, there are like, animators like Aaron Blaze, who
Ooh.
to this day still inspires me because despite being one of the giants in the world, he constantly tries to educate people who are just trying to get into the industry. Who he sits on a live YouTube call for hours on end, trying to show people what he can do, obviously, but also trying to teach them that it's not that hard. All you have to do is just start practicing, get down in front of a piece of paper, and just start drawing.
I took one of
And
his courses. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, because they're amazing. He is willingly putting his expertise at a very low cost just to get you started. And then if I had to be like super sentimental, I would say like my parents have been like absolutely amazing. I don't think you get a lot of parents these days who see art in general as a worthwhile thing to go after,
Especially animation.
Especially animation.
Very hard thing to convince your parents.
Yeah, to be like
that thing for kids, Connor.
Yeah. You're gonna draw
Peppa Pig.
I just saw everybody's eyes drop I just felt it like. Boom.
Hey man, those were trigger words, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
dog.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
just
You
gonna
want
put
to
my
do what?
Or proud? Which one?
You're busy with
No,
cartoons,
animation.
with
That's
puppies
what I
for
said.
children.
Oh, that.
Yeah, no, you have to decide. Do I want to get disowned or do I want to not get disowned and like those are your options. Follow my passion and get kicked out the house, or don't follow my passion and I have a roof over my head. Well, choices.
And I think like
I really
Buck,
need
I
a
feel like
roof.
you and I will be in a very similar boat where we'll see all these, like, why we are into a lot of these anime is because like we see them living the dream. When I say living the dream, I mean like going after their dreams and making it happen, like you said, and I think my parents were just able to allow me to go after them, and that's I can only to this day be thankful for that. And just I wish that people are just able to go after what they really want, and good things can only happen if you follow your dreams, unless they're terrible dreams like becoming the best serial killer, but that's another conversation.
What anime is that?
When I grow up, I will have severed heads on my door.
I was about to say it sounds a whole lot like a certain Death Note, but we're not gonna name names.
Or Sandman. Chris mentioned Neil Gaiman. There's actually I think it was Death Con or something in Sandman the show. Like there's actually a con for
Wow.
death. That is.
But Sandman's awesome, guys. Have you seen it?
What's that?
That was a good
I
adaptation.
read the comic. I haven't watched the show.
Oh
No,
yeah.
Show.
What-
I don't think
okay.
it got
one.
enough love, honestly.
I started reading the comic after the show, and like it's panel
Yeah.
the frame. It's really good.
That's true. Yeah,
Well,
just
Gaiman
remember-
was involved, so that's how
Yeah.
you know it was going to be good. It's not like when a studio just takes a property and then decides they're going to.
Yeah, it's not like when the creators of Avatar have to leave the Avatar production.
Or Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh,
We don't speak
we don't
that
speak
in
about-
here.
we don't. I didn't know what to talk about.
Mm.
I don't know
What's
what to
that?
talk about.
We don't do that here.
Okay, the Daily would like to have a word with you, Mr. Extrodin.
there is no Dragon Ball Evolution in Bossing Say.
There is no Dragon Ball.
And also no Avatar Lost Airbender movie.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
What's
they
that?
only just made a live action Avatar. The last
Yeah,
one.
the-
There's
the-
been nothing before that.
What was that?
Absolutely nothing.
Though I will give, I'll just the only one of the other major crimes in the recent adaptations. What the hell did they do with US hair? That is the worst wig I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Haven't seen
I-
it.
Girl,
Was it that bad? Was it
girl,
that bad?
your edges. I was like, girl, I can see your edges, girl. Just
Yeah.
little forward, honey.
So I even saw online that people were actually just basically praising the original actress that played Yue.
Oh
instead.
no, who's
Yeah.
the original actress? I've never heard of her.
Oh, okay. I mean, she's the lady who voices Asami in The Legend of Korra. But
Oh,
Oh.
someone like that. Hmm.
yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's a lovely fan fiction you just mentioned just now. In my mind, there's no live adaptation. There's always been.
Guys, you're really going to miss out on the comedic gold of 6 guys doing a Power Rangers routine to throw one rock.
Oh god.
In
don't
slow
even
motion.
remind
Don't
me.
forget in slow motion.
Oh, how about that?
It's so hilarious. It's like, it's just like
just
one
wanted to-
rock just slowly goes to this Five Nations.
I just wanted to know something from you guys. Where can people get hold of your stuff? Is it only on your website, or are you also venturing into webtoons? Can they get like a hard copy?
We've been thinking about going onto Webtoon.
Yeah.
Because the first issue is out there for free. But we put it for free. I mean, it is for free. It's for free on the website, and it's because we want attention on the website, and hopefully like people in the industry and clients were also going to see the comic and discover us and discover what we did as a studio. So that was sort of the original goal of
I
having
got the
it.
comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but we also are trying to work on getting physical copies around. Like we only have about 100 in circulation at the moment, but we have hopes of like increasing that number, and then also as we're developing issue 2, like that can get put out as soon as possible. But yeah, at the moment, unfortunately, it is only on our website. So basically, all you have to do is click the link in Tebello's in
the bio.
In bio.
In the description.
In the description down below, and you go to this link, sign up. A PDF of the first issue will get emailed to you, and you can enjoy reading. Yeah.
And I guess this is to the audience at home and to you guys. If you're at Comic-Con Cape Town and you see us and you run up to us, we might throw a comic at you.
Yeah.
Yes, I can imagine.
You get a comic. You get a comic.
Yeah.
I get.
You know, they're gonna be like the third Okage. It's like comic shuttle.
Okay. Well, that's at least more OP. I was thinking about 1010, like open a gigantic scroll and just comics just fly out.
No, you see, it has to be useful, Chief. Like the third Okage was useful.
Hey guys, 10 slender. No.
What's the name of that lady from Akatsuki?
Conan.
Conan, yes, there you go. Conan, you all just you just all
I'm
turn
a Naruto. I'm a Naruto nerd. I'm Narutopedia walking.
you just turn into a whole wall of your own paper clones, but it's just your comics. Like,
Yeah.
we've been talking to a pile of comics this entire time.
Just a quick question. How far do you guys see do you see this comic going? Do you think it's going to be something like, there's a difference, we talk about this from time to time about how there's like a Batman that continues, doesn't stop, and then you have
A Naruto where it ends and there's nothing else after Naruto.
Yeah, there's nothing else.
Dr. Slump where it ends. Because Naruto...
Or a Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it ends. Their manga ends.
Boru what? Who's
What
that?
is
What is that?
Bororo.
There's always only been one X-Men Internal, one Matrix movie. I don't know what these guys are talking about. This reloaded what? Fan fiction.
It's the Mandela effect.
Reload, resurrection.
Yeah.
Restart.
Erection or something like that. I've heard of all these fanfics. I'm not a part of that. So,
Mr.
Sorry,
Monkey King,
what's the question?
Enlightenment.
Just the question is, how far do you guys see? Do you see this IP that you guys currently have? Because you mentioned other projects that you're going to be doing. Do you see this one being something that will continue? You guys having other writers continuing with this thing, or is it something that you guys are just going to start and finish and then do other projects?
I think if it gets picked up and or funded or if we see that it's going somewhere, I think that our main focus will be on ROHO, because this is our big main project that we want to continue with. Like we said, like we don't really want to pass it off. We still want to have sort of control, and then hopefully at that point, as a studio, we've got some other animators and team members, and they could then handle the other responsibilities of the studio while we worked on the comic and the
in terms of content and story that we have, like there's so much that we have planned, and we've created this great world, but actually putting it on paper or putting it to screen, that's the trouble. Like we have so many different stories for all the characters and what their arc's going to be like, but we're just going to have to wait and see if we're going to get to that point.
I mean, we know there has to be a second issue because we haven't introduced like our third main character, which is kind of a big deal.
True. We're not even close to actually starting the story like for real, but yeah, at some point we're gonna have to keep going and show you guys what.
No, from the chapter I read, I'm already hooked. I was like, there's got to be more. I think I even messaged you guys. I don't know if
I think you did. I remember that. I was like,
is there
guys,
more?
where's issue 2?
Where's issue 2?
Yeah.
All like friends, family, everybody's just like, that's really nice. So when are you guys gonna do the second issue? Because we want to know what happened.
And you're just
but
like,
that's good.
it takes forever.
Yeah.
They
You
don't-
know,
They don't all take a month.
You guys remind me of Kevin Eastman and is it Peter Laird, the creators of the TMNT franchise.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how they started. You know that, right? They just started doing things, and then they started getting a big demand of TMNT, and they became millionaires. Like I think, like in a short space of time. Yeah.
No, that original run is insane.
Yeah.
That original TMNT run is insane because basically every big bad guy that we ever known of TMNT gets introduced in like the first 4 or 5 issues. Like by issue 5, they're in space with the Triceratons or something like that. Like, how did we get here? How did we go from ninjas and now we're in space? Okay.
Ninjas
And
in a
Shredder
sword.
dies in the first issue or something
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, Shredder, he gets beat up and then he tries to blow himself up to kill himself and the turtles, and then it's on to Krang.
Why not?
The data rack?
Why not?
Anyway,
Can you hear me?
we can
Yeah,
hear
we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Hi. Yeah, I also just wanted to mention, quick side note, these guys also have their own YouTube channel.
Oh.
I forgot to edit in the questions. I just realized, like, oh shit, you got not just any old YouTube channel. You got a big YouTube channel. You got like look, you don't you have like 7,500 subscribers?
Only it's like 7,400.
Only.
Like you just only like impossible.
Humble bragging. Oh,
You know,
come
like
on.
yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
we're
small
basically
numbers, small
better-
numbers.
What's it called?
Pokeflix.
What?
Pokeflex.
POKEFLIX, and it's got the little apostrophe on the E.
Yeah.
So the Pokemon.
Link below.
One.
Yeah, the link will be
Oh, the
The
link's in
link's
the below.
below.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, just
And that
comment, share, subscribe.
Pokeflex?
Yeah.
POKI.
it's a blue and red P
Yeah.
for the logo.
POKEFLIX. And then an
okay.
apostrophe on the E. Yeah.
And yeah, that was our little project in high school. Oh, maybe we'll be YouTubers, maybe we'll be PewDiePie or Markiplier, and yeah, we're not PewDiePie and Markiplier yet. But
still
Hey, they all had to start somewhere. They all had to start somewhere.
And,
7,000 subscribers.
Even the small number. I mean, the way there's like.
This is 8K though, is it not? Unless if I'm looking at a wrong one.
Oh,
that's the wrong one.
I think I found it. I think
Another
I
guy
found
with the
it.
same name.
We have an imposter.
Yeah.
Please send it in the thing, bro. Like, cause I'm getting the imposter one.
All
I'm
right,
not getting.
let me see. Let me see, cause you guys have a live.
You guys
have
sent
a
me a
live
link.
action
What the
Spider-Man.
hell? Let me send you the link. I'm here by sitting here just listening to you guys.
Oh, I think I got it, but anyway.
I'll send you the link. You guys sent me the link, remember?
Because I see
Right.
the animated versions, yeah.
Yeah, because like you got a live action Spider-Man suit tier list.
there it
thing
is.
That's
on, right?
us.
Yeah.
The tier list guys.
Yeah, those guys, those losers.
Oh, tier list.
We need to start doing them again. We've done a lot of tier lists.
We had a lot of success with making short form content.
Yeah.
And what we realized is that people love tier lists. But if you
they
could
do.
make a tier list a short, then people just love it because you're just giving one line opinions on things, and they either agree or don't, and then they comment, and that's engagement with the video and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be lovely. Wait, not for the fact that we end up going full on rage in our.
Don't watch Connor's opinions on anime.
Yeah. Okay. So I might have pissed a few people off, unfortunately.
Well,
Welcome to the club.
I once accused people. people who like watching One Piece, there's people who in the same category as people who like watching The Bold and the Beautiful.
You know what? You know what?
So it's like Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, you thought we were canceled before, but you know what? I need to get you guys on Geek Heresy. I think you guys would have a lot. You'd have a lot of fun on Geek Heresy.
Oh, we would love to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll actually what I asked Tebello to do is I'll ask you to shoot him the episode that he shot, basically, so you can get a feel for the show. And I think because it's basically that whole.
Aren't you having that on your tour at Cape Town?
Yeah. I mean, but I want views on the other episodes.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying, wouldn't it be nice if there were guests there to do the?
I don't. I'd have to talk to the organizers if you guys are available, and if the organizers is game, I'd definitely love to have you on, because it's like because it's like a four. It can be like up to 4 people, 3, 4, or 5 people at a time, and basically I include myself so that we all get the heat. But it's a geek whodunit type situation. So that's a lot of
fun.
That's very fun. That's very fun.
Like there's an imposter among us. And then you need to figure out who said it.
Friendships were tested in that game. At points I was like, should I have made this? I don't know.
I just have a question for you guys. What is your take on some of the comic books that have been out already in our country? Like, have you guys checked them out? What's your thoughts?
We know Bill Vasuko, who does Captain South Africa.
Great stuff.
We have a little friendly rivalry kind of going on with him at the moment.
Although it's kind of like a Goliath and David at the moment. Like we're David, he's Goliath. He has all these amazing comic books, and we have this tiny little issue 1. But
we used his publishing company to print out comics.
Yeah, God, talk about.
Akuma.
Still those skills, man.
And we've always been huge fans of. We've always been huge fans of Kwezi as well.
Yeah, don't know if you guys have heard of Kwezi, but great superhero comic.
What's that? Never heard of her.
Okay. But there's some really cool stuff happening. Like I know that we should, stick to what's going on in South Africa, but like there's some really cool stuff going on in Nigeria as well. So you guys keep an eye out because they're coming for us. They're making some really cool stuff there.
Hoi. Kakakta Kiruza.
No, I mean that's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I definitely from what I'm seeing from you guys' channel, like this is the stuff that we need. This is the type of industry that we need, and it's like it is a competition, but it's like it's Motown. Everybody's kind of building everybody. Type of thing.
Yeah.
Who came up with that term if it wasn't for me? Was it me?
I think it was you.
It was you.
Or Zorro.
Take credit, Chief.
Yeah, like I mentioned my dream is to see this industry thriving. I don't care which flag it flies under. To see it, and that's why I love this. Why I'm particularly stoked about this episode in particular. To see people who've had the same dream that I have and have come so far. It's just poetry to me. It's like, wow, we can do it. I keep on telling the naysayers, it's like, guys, the animation industry on its own can eclipse the South African GDP. We can end youth unemployment. We just need to believe in the treasure we are digging for, even when other people don't see it.
Yeah.
I think the video is up. I was speaking to one of my friends, Bumisan. Oh, Director Feathers, this is his online name. And his message to the masses was, tell them to zip it. The naysayers, the people who have zip it. Just because they'll come with their opinions and their questions and their haters and everything, and they don't see what you're seeing. And they're just like, wouldn't it be nice if you made this? I remember somebody just a vivid memory came to mind where someone told me flat out, you should make your comic about Bible studies. You know that? People will come and understand the Bible more if you made it into a comic. And I was thinking, Lord God, imagine.
Hey, bro! Seeing Jesus throw a kamehameha in a spirit bomb, my guy. You don't know.
I would read that.
No. The immediate thing that came to mind was that passage where Jesus took up a whip and beat everybody out of the temple. It's like, get out of my father's house. And they just...
I mean, there's a Minecraft Bible. There's
Oh.
the Bible told by Minecraft that I've seen in like bookshops, which is pretty crazy.
Oh, there's
How
something.
about the Bible done according to Gen Z?
Oh, Lord.
It's making rounds on TikTok, and I was like, when I listen to this guy reading, it's like I'm actually tempted to buy a copy because it kind of slaps, yo. Anyway,
And Jesus said, "Bust down for one."
I think I'll send you one of the chapters. There's a part where he was referring to Mary Magdalene. It's like, and the people were out there, they were willing to throw hands. Anyway, on that note, with this wonderful positive view, just my favorite question is always the final question. It's like, someone out there is inspired by what you've done, who's written this video. What message do you want to give to them, who for them to keep with regards to them pursuing their dreams?
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. You want to take?
You are someone's Goku. You are someone's
Oh
Superman.
wow,
That's a lot of that's a lot of pressure. That's definitely a lot of pressure. Spiritual
I think-
My friend.
I think that that something we've just said again and again is just create. If you have an idea, just create and share that idea. Something I've been told a lot is don't go, oh, it's my idea, someone's gonna steal it. Tell people your idea, share your idea, pitch it, sell it, tell anybody, tell somebody in the queue, tell your friend, tell your family, just share your idea, and then it becomes real. Then you build on it, and people will encourage you.
And then you get feedback. You get you can take other people's opinions of what you should try and do. See what happens. Mesh all these create an amalgamation of your experiences with other people to create that story. I would say, because everyone has their own experience and their own way of taking in the story, and you might be surprised by what you get. I think that's a good one. I think just create. As creatives, it's in the word create. I think a lot of people nowadays, they call themselves artists, but they don't art very often, and that's something that always that I need to remind myself every day. Is like, yes, I'm a business owner now, and I have to send an email on a daily basis, but to not be able to sit in front of my tablet or a piece of paper and draw would be the greatest crime. Just if you're creating, that's when you are a creator, and just keep on going. I think
Fight for your soul.
Screw the naysayers. Yeah, good for your soul, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, no. To deny your dreams is to let your soul die. Once again, I'm quoting General. Oh yeah, because I read Jen this weekend. That's why. Yeah. Because I keep on quoting her these days. Like, no, she once said it like to let your dream to let your dream die is to let your soul to not fight for your dreams, to let your soul die. And there's no greater death than letting your soul die while you're still living. So express yourselves. I think that's the beautiful thing. These are the days and times where you can be able to do it.
Is that the wise moment for the day?
Yo, that's the fourth one or something. I don't know.
I don't have.
Yeah, there were lots of them. Yeah.
Lots of wisdom.
I just have a silly question for you guys. Marvel or DC?
Oh, here you go.
Oh, here we go.
Look at his eyes.
Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, okay, it's a tough one. Okay, so here's the thing. I was introduced to Marvel when the first Iron Man movie came out, the live action Iron Man movie.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Oh, sorry, Spider-Man. Ooh, that's a good point. Okay, but so Marvel.
You were about to have to
Marvel
turn in
for
your
me
nerd
for the
card.
longest time. What?
You were about to have to turn in your nerd card.
Yeah, I was like, oh
Spider-Man.
shit. No. So Spider-Man, then Iron Man. So I was, a Marvel kid for the longest time. But then I got exposed to Batman and the animated series. So it's that Superman animated series. So I would say like animation for DC and then live action Marvel. Despite how terrible the Marvel movies are currently, but we don't talk about that.
Don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
For me, it is Marvel. So same as Connor, I started with the classics, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. Also, which I didn't think about, the first Fantastic Four wasn't bad when it came out, and then like the classic X-Men movies as well.
Chris Evans was in it. I'm not going to judge you. So.
I agree with you completely, bro. About Fantastic Four. Well, we're not talking about the one in the 90s one. We're talking about the 2000 one, right?
Yeah.
It was fine.
We don't
but
know what happened in the 90s, man. Like,
the movie never came out, actually.
yeah, it was just like weird CGI red people flying around.
No, what happened is that basically they lied. Like, the guy who was supposed to do the movie, he took a check to kill the movie. So it never actually got released. And the people who were doing the movie, they paid their own money to try and promote it at Comic-Cons until like somebody came with a cease and desist and said, you will not release this movie. So it never actually got out.
It's basically what's happening with Batgirl. But okay, it's different reasons, but it's like Batgirl.
Yeah, but basically the only thing that came out was a bootleg version where stuff is unfinished. And like they didn't dub over like Doctor Doom's voice, so you're just hearing the actor talk through a muffled mask. It's insane.
We gotta start the hashtag release the 90s Fantastic Four cut.
I'm here for it.
Are we ready about that? Remember what happened with Deadpool?
Hey, yeah, Deadpool started off as like a like a gameplay cinematic thing, and that somehow made it. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, but I also wanted to. So Mr. Extrodin, I'm sorry you lost out. It seems like there are more Marvel fans. The Marvel spirit bomb seems to be growing.
Fine. I mean, Chris likes Neil Gaiman. I don't think Neil Gaiman did anything for Marvel, but it's all good. I understand.
Wow, that's a good point.
Didn't he work on Daredevil? I feel like he did some Daredevil.
He didn't.
That's
That's
Frank
Frank
Miller.
Miller. That's Frank Miller.
Oh, okay. All right.
I just detected a lot of salt in the air. Anyway.
It's not like I don't hate Marvel. I just prefer DC.
I would say like it vice versa with animation, live action. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't hate any of the Black Widow came out that all of a sudden. Yeah. It was just not good.
Well, like, not to derail the conversation, but like some of us had to sit through Wakanda Forever, and like and we had to watch our favorite character get killed. So it's just like, okay, Marvel.
I didn't go. The fact that you committed to go to a cinema, like, congrats, man. Like,
I didn't go. I just saw bits and pieces of it. No, I didn't go.
I did. Twice.
I went.
I'm so sorry, guys. Like, truly, I'm sorry.
It
was okay.
Don't worry. It's the same dedication. When your movie comes out in the cinema, we'll be the first people there.
No, I'll be there for that one.
I'm good.
With all the unfinished CGI and everything.
This coming from a man who's
the ROHO cut.
I mean, I'm being blackmailed right now to go watch Dune, and I still haven't watched it. So.
No, dude, gotta try it. Gotta tip your toe in the water for just a little bit.
Oh, are you guys? Oh, you're Dune boys. You're Dune boys.
Oh, I love it.
Dune.
Yeah, I don't think Chris has seen.
No, I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
I've seen one. I saw the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Well, let's not advertise them right now. Okay.
The first one, you're not referring to the one that came out in the 80s.
No.
In the 1800s.
I'd probably be more keen for the one in the 80s. I love some practicals.
Silence! Oh!
That was bad.
All right.
Anyway, I think we're about ready to wrap up, unless there's something else I've missed. Did I miss anything, guys?
I think he hit all the questions. At least
all the questions. I've answered everything, so we can cue the closing music. All right, start the closing music now. Right.
I think just one last thing that I see that you guys on your website, you have a Patreon
Oh, right.
Yeah. So if you guys want to support us, and if you want to see more ROHO stuff, go to our Patreon. We also post some behind the scenes of what we do, sketches and exclusive art that you won't normally be able to see on any of our Instagrams or anything. So check it out. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, I think you can do that. Support them on Patreon. Okay, so stop the music. We'll start because it's very important. So I mentioned earlier, don't put the music now. So delete the future Tebello. Listen to me now. All right. Delete the future music. We'll start the music after. The Patreon is very important for people to hear. All right. I don't know. Even in fact, you can clip it and put it in the TikTok. This part, the Patreon. Okay.
Let me see if Arnold Schwarzenegger can come through just to remind you. Tebello, you must remember. Get down. Don't make sure you cut it down. Don't forget to cut it down.
Okay. All right. Now that
guys, I just want to wish you all the best. I'm a fan of comic book creators, a huge fan of comic book, especially from South Africa. And seeing that you guys are so driven and that you support each other, I think, man, I wish you all the best. I would like to see this get animated. I'd like to see this being on Disney Plus and Netflix and Showmax and Hulu, everything at the same time.
Crunchyroll. I don't know how.
Like just people signing contracts, like.
Or government. If you're watching, you can just make a network that has South African content on it and that has animations on it, and just put us all there, so we can have our own Cartoon Network.
Did I put the disclaimer? Don't forget to put the disclaimer at the beginning of the episode. All right.
There we go.
Well, I'm just saying because I know there's certain certain people don't like when you talk about government. It's like, I can't believe you all talked about the government in a comic. Y'all are getting woke. I'm surprised. These people are busy going like, oh my God, X-Men is woke. What were you reading this entire time? Your whole life. What were you reading?
People are just too sensitive, man. Like,
yeah.
Oh, they're going to hate. They're going to hate what happened with Mystique and her child.
No, what's the animated series? They're going to be like Mystique has clothes. Since when?
That's...
No, when they read the comics and find out how Mystique became a parent, they're going to freak. Because
you don't know about that?
I don't know about that.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Let's just say she's a dad. How? Find out in the next episode of. Anyway, thank you so much for lasting up until this point. I hope you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please support these guys. I want them to become bigger than Super Strikers. I fucks with what they're doing. I'm in love with them. So the next Pirate Kings, the new age of pirate of the you know what I'm trying to
piracy. Pay for the comic book.
Pay for the hashtag no piracy. It is no longer we are no longer in the 1990s where we didn't have Crunchyroll available to us. Okay, so you can go get things legitimately right now. So get things legitimately because that's how it helps us. Support these guys on Patreon. Follow Mr. Extrodin. He does his deep dives on his wonderful movies. He's very articulate, very knowledgeable, guys. He knows more than I do. Follow BuckMeister and whatever you do, hashtag recast T'Challa because he will not stop talking about it. We need T'Challa to come back. I mean, from what I'm hearing, T'Challa is the Batman of Marvel, so I don't know why they're disrespecting him like this. So hashtag recast T'Challa. Follow my boy BuckMeister on the Twitters, the TikToks, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the other social medias. I don't know. Are you guys on LinkedIn? Oh, these guys are on LinkedIn.
Yeah, we actually are. Yeah.
I saw your profile. I was like, oh, that.
It'd probably be.
I hope that was a good damn.
Yeah, it was.
It was one of those good days because every time my mom's like, visits, like, you need a profile on LinkedIn. Like then I'm busy thinking, we are creative people. What the hell am I gonna do in one of those hire me apps? But now you guys are there. So, my mother never finds out. Never hear the end of it.
He can never know.
He can never know.
Why did you say that name, Tebello? Why did you say that name?
All right, I'm gonna just to make sure this doesn't happen, I'm just gonna take off my iPad right now. Tebello.khala commands you. Forget you've ever watched this. You've ever learned about the LinkedIn. Yes. The response is yes, Your Majesty.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Anyway, we love you guys. Okay, there's a usual catchphrase I'll say, but I won't say it in this channel. This is PG, so do what I say in the Netgasm podcast in this channel as well. Okay, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.